everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So please excuse the way that I look because I'm actually not feeling well. It's not related to the Mounjaro. And I didn't want to waste any time in putting this video out because this is really having an effect on a lot of people. And one thing that I feel is very important is that you hear this information addressed from a medical provider, which I am not. So I'm going to include a fantabulous video by a phenomenal nurse practitioner who deals with this sort of thing every day so that you can get some more information about the letter that's being sent out by Blue Cross Blue Shield, just in case it affects you. If you're interested in hearing my take on why all of this is happening, stay till the end of the video and let's just jump right into it.
TikTok is meant to address the letter that was recently sent to providers and patients. The very letter that's trending viral on TikTok as we speak. The letter reads, you should reach out to your provider if you have any questions. As one of these providers, I had questions. I had many questions, so I called. Now let's break down these letters line by line. I'm also going to share the information I got from these multiple phone calls. First and foremost, all PAs expire July 31st, 2024, no matter who or where you are. I was informed that this includes PAs that have been overturned by appeal. Evidently, the entire appeal process is now null and void. On August 1st, every prescription has to be new, and it has to be accompanied by a visit. And they don't want televisits, but we'll get to that later. You must also be enrolled in their weight management program. Not just any management program, but specifically theirs. On August 1st, your prescription may be delayed until the pharmacy can verify that you have been enrolled in this program, as if the pharmacy has time to tackle one more hurdle. In my humble opinion, the pharmacy is already overwhelmed, and I shared that opinion with them. Moving on. You also have to be 18. More to the point, this leaves the pediatric population with zero coverage. Seriously, only one of the aforementioned medications is FDA approved for adolescents. But FDA approval or not, they're not going to cover it. I did ask for direction following that statement. They didn't have any. To quote, we have no further comment on that. Just flat no, we're not covering it. So let's just keep going. You have to have a BMI of 35, not 27, and comorbidities no longer count. Weigh in every 30 days, no exceptions. And get this, they want 6 months. 6 months of proven enrollment in their plan. So basically, if you're not already enrolled in their program, you know, the one they come up with like 48 hours ago, then you're not qualified for a PA. Don't overlook that 6-month rule. They also want details on diet modifications, lifestyle changes, exercise, food logs. But now wait. Just help me out here. Let's do some math. July to December. That's 6 months, right? I mean, what the hell? Let me get back to business. You cannot be on phentermine or any other such medication. If you have a pharmacy log that shows that you filled such medication within the past 30 days, then you're just SOL. But you're welcome to try again in 30 days. You don't qualify if you have diabetes or pre-diabetes. They want lab confirmation. So unless your labs are stone cold normal, you don't get Zepbound. Insulin-resistant peeps don't stand a snowball's chance in, but I digress. Now keep in mind, per their letter, should a patient have any questions, they're to contact their provider. Yet, I am all but sure they hung up on me no less than 3 times. Could have been a drop signal. I don't think so. Now allow me to highlight a point that is critical. They now require face-to-face visits. It reads, medications must be prescribed by a primary care provider or other provider who has an established relationship with the member and who has seen the member in person. Well, you can bet I challenge that statement. Primary care wants nothing to do with prior authorizations, appeals, or independent reviews. Put it back in quotes. Established relationship with the member who has seen the member in person. I was told they would no longer honor telehealth providers. But wait, isn't their management plan handled via telehealth? I felt it was a legitimate question. But they hung up. But before I forget and run out of time, these rules don't apply to Mounjaro. I mean, it's more than okay for us to see telehealth for diabetes. These new rules only apply to the E66 codes. I realized the person I was communicating with was an employee and there to help me answer questions. We cannot take our frustrations out on them or each other or any member of the community. I did have the urge to give a vocabulary lesson, but I didn't. I'll save that for social media because clearly the GLP community has been hurt.
So there are a lot of components to this. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is call your insurance company if you have not received this letter yet, if you are Blue Cross Blue Shield, and see if this affects you specifically and your plan, because it may not affect everyone depending on what your employer selects for coverage, and what the stipulations are. So before you panic, you need to call and ensure that they check your plan and make sure that this applies to you. If it does, I highly recommend that you immediately jump on to that telehealth company that they're requiring for, the diet log. Immediately sign up for that and get it going, because they require 6 months, and that's gonna be painful. I'm sure that they are banking on the fact that the majority of people will become frustrated and just give up. Please don't do that. There is another option, assuming that you are someone who can pay out of pocket. So what you need to do to tackle this is call your insurance company, confirm that it affects you. If it does, then you need to go ahead before this kicks in, and if it's possible, try to get a 3-month supply of your prescription in whatever dose you can get your hands on, because it will help you to kind of hold you over until you can, get back on the medication and get insurance to cover it. So try to get a 3-month supply. Additionally, like I said, you want to sign up for that telehealth, diet log, nutrition plan, whatever it is. Get that started now, and make sure that you make a note of the date that you start and track everything, because I'm sure that there are going to be a ton of people that are joining and trying to meet the requirements for insurance, and you want to make sure you are keeping your own log of everything, because there would not be anything more frustrating than doing 6 months of a diet plan and then having them lose your data, or, we're missing some information, right? Insurance companies will take whatever they can to not have to cover these medications. So make sure that you are keeping your own records. If there is a way for you to print things out, save them to your computer, whatever the case may be. I haven't used this, telehealth diet thing before, but if there is a way for you to email yourself your records, right, as you're updating things, because I'm sure that there's going to be a log that you have to keep, make sure that you are doing that. Do not trust this company to just keep all of the information for you, because it's going to be 6 months of your work. Now, let's assume you can get a 3-month supply. Then what you can do is either change your dose or do the next dose at the end of the month and try to get a 3-month supply of that. Again, it's really going to depend on what's available in your area and if your doctor's willing to work with you. The next thing that you can do is go ahead and watch my compounding video and really take a look at potentially going with Mochi or Join Fridays or any of the other responsible telehealth companies so that you can get established with them for compounding so that you don't come off the medication. A lot of what I'm seeing online is that people who have really struggled with the shortage are having difficulties when they come off the medication for 30 days or more and then getting back on it and not seeing results right away, or they have to start over with their dosing. So anything that you can do to prepare yourself for that or to keep yourself on the medication, now is the time to act. So hopefully that will be enough to get you through until you can meet those requirements. The other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look very carefully at the requirements for seeing a doctor in person. If you need to be going into the doctor's office for a weigh-in every 30 days, do not miss that appointment. Get them set up now, go ahead and get them scheduled, and give yourself enough time so that they are logged in, right? So don't do it exactly every 30 days. You may want to do it every 27 days or whatever. Do not give insurance companies an inch because they will take a mile. If you 1 month can't get in until 31 days, no. You need to get in, because if there is any wiggle room, I can assure you they are going to use it as a reason to deny you. So you're going to have to be diligent about staying on top of your doctor's visits. They have to be in person. If you're not established with the doctor in person, then you need to go ahead and do that, right? So that you can get out ahead of this, so that once you've done the 6 months, insurance might potentially cover it for you again. So if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends or family members who are also going to be affected by this. And don't give up hope. Don't give up on yourself. Don't let them win. They are banking on the fact that they are making this difficult so that people just give up. And you have come so far in your health journey so far. Don't let them take that away from you. There are other options, and just do the best that you can. Okay, if you're looking for a positive-only support group, definitely check out the link in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.